transmission of old-timey news, the only Victrola cast for news. Real news, really late. New star and flag. Washington, November 18th. A new star was added to the American flag by the admission formally into the Union of the State of Oklahoma. President Roosevelt at 10:16 o'clock Saturday morning signed the proclamation admitting Oklahoma and Indian Territory jointly as one of the American states. In appending his signature into the proclamation, the president used a pen formed from a quill plucked from the wing of an American eagle. Suspects were not diamond robbers. Some suspects were arrested by the police Saturday night on a charge of vagrancy in order to hold them, but really because it was believed they had something to do with the big diamond robbery at Terre Haute about 10 days ago. The parties robbed came over on the interurban Sunday evening, and failing to identify the men, they were set at liberty and hiked out of town on double-quick time. Truant officer wide awake. Truant Officer Joseph Quinn arrested Joe McQueen and his little brother Monday for being absent from school without leave and turned them over to Professor Brooks, who then took them into the basement. Soon a noise was heard and sounded like a steam hammer forging a crankshaft in the basement, and when the boys emerged therefrom, their trousers were as free from dust as if they had been run through a carpet beater. The boys have decided to quit playing truant until they get well enough to sit down. Red Light Women and Associates. Mrs. Nancy Elrod, alias Hagen, and her daughter Ora Elrod were arrested Monday night by policemen Duck and Harper on a charge of conducting a disorderly house. The aforesaid house is located some distance west of the car factory. Jesse Sims and Herman Minnick were arrested with the women on charge of associating. The quartet were given a ride in the patrol wagon to the police station, but owing to the fact that the women had a baby with them, they were permitted to return home. The younger woman gave her age at 14, but the real estate she carried was more than 1,000 years old, and her hair seemed to be destitute of any knowledge of a comb. The elder woman was not quite so dirty. Men who associate with such repulsive characters are easily charmed. The quartet were brought before Judge Patterson, and the women were given the choice of laying out a fine in jail or jumping the town, and they jumped. The young men were assessed the usual fine provided for in the ordinance. Before concluding this transmission, we leave you with a tune that will surely be reverberating in the parlors of many a fine citizen across the Republic.
And a little bit more, sung by Arthur Collins, Edison Record. Handsome Jimmy Snow was the ladies' beau, loved them all, the large and small. He could not resist any pretty miss if one chanced to catch his eye. Till at last he fell for a dash and fell side and side. He lied and lied. She just lured him on, listened to his con, laughed at him when he cried. I say I'd like to be a friend to you, and a little bit more. I'd like to be your cousin too, and a little bit more. I'd like to be your honeybee, and a buzz around your door. Then you'd get all that's coming to you, and a little bit more. Once she said to him, you're a winner, Jim, you won me. I'll agree. If you want to be something more to me, I will be your sister too. Just then from the hall came the parrot's call, au revoir, say no more. Find some other spot, that's the time you got, all that's a coming to you. I'd like to be a friend to you, and a little bit more. I'd like to be your cousin too, and a little bit more. I'd like to be your honeybee and the buzzer around your door. Then you'd get all that's a coming to you, and a little bit more.
This ends the transmission of old-timey news. Real news, really late. Huzzah!